death upon me.
Yeah, that was a good bonding experience, man. And the internet had to come and ruin everything. I mean, I like internet porn, but you can't even bond with your family anymore, man. I hate the internet, I really do. Social media especially, I can't stand social media, which I know is crazy for y'all to hear, because it's why you're all here. Yeah, it's a fun fact for y'all to know about me. I hate social media. I never wanted to do it. I put it off for years. I can't stand it. I think social media is awful. It's such a negative, toxic place. It's full of horrible people saying horrible things all the time. It's the worst place to never exist, man. It's awful what people say. These people, these trolls. Just a bunch of fucking losers with no friends and no life and no profile picture. Sit at home all day trying to cancel people or say mean comments because their life sucks so fucking bad. They can't possibly imagine a life of misery by themselves, so they have to try to drag other people down by leaving mean comments and saying rude stuff. I respond every time, dude. I can't not. I cannot fathom a reality where people can talk to you as disrespectful as they want without facing any physical consequences. That drives me absolutely insane, man. And I know as a public figure, I'm supposed to be like the bigger person and take the high road, but fucking kill yourself, dude. That goes for any internet shit talker out there, man. And I know that's a harsh thing to say to somebody, but the way I see it, nobody who's a good person and actually contributes anything positive to society is ever gonna go out of their way to leave a negative comment under something you have been so brave as to create and share with the rest of the world. And we just don't need people like that around. Sorry. It's just insane, the lengths people will go to talk shit on the internet, man. Earlier this year, we were flying from Los Angeles up to Vancouver, Canada for a comedy festival. I had one show, one night. It was a 36-hour trip, real quick, in and out, right? Head to the airport. The only thing I've brought with me for this quick trip is my backpack, which you would think would be ideal, except for it's an inconvenience as soon as you get to the airport, because TSA doesn't know where the fuck a backpack goes, and they change the rules every day, and then they'll treat you like you're a complete idiot for not knowing their made-up set of rules. This specific occasion, I get through TSA, little to no issues. They don't have to like pull the bag aside or anything like that. So now I'm heading to the gate, heading to the plane, and I'm actually pretty excited about the flight because it's not that long of a flight, and I know I have a window seat, which is inarguably the best seat on the plane. Yeah. Until the end of the flight. Because you know how they always come by to let you know they're about to land? 55 minutes before they're about to land. And they will wake you up from your window slumber just to say some stupid shit like, I need you to put your window shade all the way up for landing. Like this motherfucker checking his blind spot in 28F. So, I'm at least looking forward to getting a little nap on the flight, you know? So we're boarding the plane. It's a smaller plane. One of those smaller planes you've all been on, where like the overhead bins are so small, they make you gate check all your luggage. So I lucked out just having the backpack, because even if the bag did fit in the bin up top, which it didn't, it was too small, everybody knows your backpack goes under the seat in front of you, right? I know that, you know that. I do it 6 times a week. So I'm settling into the seat, and I'm putting the bag under, and I had made a small mistake. I had overpacked the bag by just a little bit. So it only fit like 75% under the seat in front of me. So I'm feeling it out, and I'm like, you know what? I'll actually have more room and be more comfortable if I put my bag underneath my legs this way. So much more room. I can still mermaid a little bit. Problem's really solved. Right now I'm sitting back, relaxing, just waiting to see who's gonna sit next to me, because who sits next to you plays a huge impact on your flight experience, right? Yep. I get fucked immediately. Dude, right behind me in the boarding process, here comes 2 of the worst possible passengers to sit next to. No. Beside me in the middle seat is a 3-year-old boy. Oh. Who, yeah, as soon as he sits down, is on his 3-year-old. I'm just like, man, I will cave this motherfucker's sternum in, okay? I bet it's still soft. And I'm pissed off, not at the crying. Your baby crying on a plane actually doesn't even bother me. I know you can't control that, but what you can control is the physicality of your child. Because for the rest of this 30-minute boarding process, this kid would not get his hand this far away from my face. And I'm doing all the polite things to get him away. I'm like, okay, but okay, all right, probably enough of this now. Right? Somebody can break this up. I'm doing all the things to let the dad in the aisle seat know this isn't okay, and he's not paying attention. I was this close to leaning over to the dad and being like, hey, you mind getting your sexy ass kid away from me? Yeah, I know that's gross, but what do I gotta do to get your attention to let you know this is inappropriate? What's going on over here? The dad could not have been more incompetent. He was in the aisle seat, watching shit on his iPad, and the dad was, no disrespect, just an accurate detail of the story, the dad was no less than, I'd say, 425 pounds. Like, he was a big dude. If I had to piss on this flight, it was gonna be in my seat, which I fully accepted. It's fine. So I'm trying to keep my composure. We're departing from the gate. We're heading towards the runway, and the flight attendant's making her rounds up and down the aisle, make sure everybody's buckled in. And she stopped at my row. She saw my bag under my legs.
Oh, no.
And she goes, Uh-oh. Sir, I'm gonna need you to put your bag under the seat in front of you.
What?
I said, Doesn't fit, but it's okay. Look. Still got plenty of space, super comfortable. I wouldn't even worry about it. Thank you, though. And she goes, It's not okay. Put your bag under the seat in front of you, or I will check it where you can go get it at baggage claim.
Damn.
I said, it doesn't fit, and we've already departed. What do you want to do? And she said, I don't know. Not my bag, not my problem.
Okay.
I said, you're not gonna speak to me like this is Spirit Airlines, okay? I am an American Platinum Rewards Executive Pro member, okay? And I have enough miles for us to speak like adults and agree that we both know that's a stupid rule. It's not affecting anything. Look. Let's just drop it and move on with the flight. She goes, it's not a stupid rule, it's impeding your exit. I said, oh, for real? Trapped. First one off this bitch. I promise you it's okay. She goes, it's not okay because if there's an emergency, you need to be able to get off this plane as quickly as possible. I said, hey, what do you think's impeding my exit more? My bag or fucking Timon and Pumbaa right next to me? Even the baby was like, ah! I was like, so you pissing off this sexy ass baby, man. So now, believe it or not, now is when the trouble actually begins. I'm on the plane, I'm pissed off, and I've got Wi-Fi. So like an idiot, as soon as I get service, I get on Twitter and I tweet about this experience I just went through. And basically all I tweeted was just stating that I thought this was a ridiculous rule for her to threaten to check my bag and add this very inconvenient process to my very quick in and out trip when it wasn't affecting anybody or anything. That's all I tweeted. And man, I didn't know that Twitter is all flight attendants. All of them. Every single one of them. Everybody on Twitter knows every airplane rule, and they give the most amount of fucks about them, apparently. Dude, hundreds on hundreds on hundreds of strangers start filling my timeline with the angriest tweets, furious at my stance on the situation. And the dumb general consensus they would say was shit like, how hard can it be to just follow the rules? Here's the thing. I understand rules. I understand why certain safety precautions are set in place to keep everybody safe. Obviously, I get that. But also, use your fucking brain, right? For example, I understand that the speed limit on most freeways, and it varies from city to city, but on average, it's about 65 miles per hour. I totally understand and respect that that is the designated, suggested speed for us citizens to follow to keep traffic moving at an appropriate pace, right? I get that. But also, if you for real drive 65 miles per hour on the freeway, I will fucking kill you. Do you understand? Drive faster, pussy. Use your instincts to go, you know what? I can open this bitch up to 80 like an adult and keep this shit moving, right? You use your instincts to navigate rules, right? That's how I felt about the plane situation. I know what the bag rule is, everybody does, but it's not affecting anybody, so how about we chill the fuck out about it? Nope. Instead, I argue with 700 strangers for 8 hours, dude. Oh, and we're going back and forth and back and forth. And the best part about arguing with people on the internet about something you have personally experienced is that they weren't there to witness any of the details of the account, right? They only know what you've told them and what they want to assume. So very quickly after you start arguing on the internet, people will just start throwing out their own wild scenarios that have nothing to do with what you were even talking about, just so they seem justified. I just didn't want to check my bag, and people were saying things like, it's not about your safety, it's about the safety of people around you. What if there's an emergency crash landing into a mountain, and during the evacuation, say it again, slower for yourself. Go ahead. You think we're gonna survive the crash into the mountain? And they have an argument for everything. Well, what if we do survive? And because your bag wasn't all the way under the seat in front of you, it ends up in the aisleway, and during the evacuation, someone trips over it and injures themselves. If you can't step the fuck over my 10-inch tall JanSport backpack to save your own life, natural selection, dog.